Oh man, y'all, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so it's Saturday morning, and yeah, if the sun is shining, Ray is working. So, you know, I'm not, you know, we're all caught up on the grass for now, and I got a few things that I want to talk about, and it goes back to, you know, some of the stuff that I've been going through with employees and all. And so I got a complaint from one of the customers. It's a gas station that we do, and they, you know, I went up there to get the check, you know, because it's local and everything. I went up there to get the check, and the owner came out there, and he had taken some pictures from when I sent one of the guys over there the other day. So I was actually reeling a little bit from it. This was Friday, so I sent the employee over there on, I guess it was Thursday, right? Wednesday or Thursday, okay? So usually at these gas stations, man, and I know anybody that knows a lot of gas stations or whatever, there are always a lot of trash there, right? And, you know, the bigger stuff, sometimes I'll pick up. A lot of times I won't, because they don't pay me to pick up the trash. And I've talked about this before in videos. And, you know, but I'm an experienced guy out here, and I pay a lot of attention to these type of things where, you know, I don't know, I just, somehow I can do a property like that and I don't have to spend much time picking up trash. I use the mower to blow things out of the way and stuff like that, especially if I'm not contracted to pick up the trash. The employees are supposed to pick up the trash, so that's the baseline for everything anyway. That's why my number is what it is. If I got to pick up trash, we're going to be adding, well, you know, 40%, 30% on to the number. But the owner don't want to do that because he's got employees that they're open 24/7. So he's got employees that are there all night that can step outside and pick up the trash. That's his thinking, you know, pay his employees for that, you know, the clerk or whatever. But they never do, okay? So this video and this little topic here I'm talking about, it's all about how you react to these things, because we know the customers are you're going to get customer complaints, right? And, you know, that's just, if you're doing any kind of volume, you eventually will. I don't know of any lawn care guy that ain't never got a complaint about something, right? So anyway, so I go up there to get the check, and you know, I'm on my way to doing something else on my way to, you know how I do it. And the owner comes out, and he done took pictures from when my guy was over there the other day. And so he's showing me these pictures, and he's like, Ray, this is unacceptable. You know, grass blowing all up on the building, ran over all the trash and just slung the trash everywhere, blah, blah, blah. And he got pictures, right? So I text my guy the pictures, and I explained to him, you know, what the owner is saying. Pretty much just forward him the pictures, and said, hey, the owner is blah, 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 blah. So the guy that works for me, right, he comes back in a text message, and this is what really bothers me. He comes back in a text message and says, well, it doesn't look that bad. And then he's talking about me. He said, you're always talking about the marathon like they don't pay enough anyway. I'm just following your example. That's what my guy says to me in a text message on a complaint. Well, you know, I mean, I was kind of floored by that, because that's just a totally, I mean, beyond kitty type of response, right? I mean, it's almost disrespectful kind of response. Not that they meant it to be disrespectful, but that is what it is, you know. I'm just saying, y'all tell me what y'all think. And so, what he's doing is he is saying, well, no, it was good enough, man. That's what he's saying. But from me to you guys and to him, it clearly was not good enough. Because if it was, the customer wouldn't be complaining and wouldn't take the time to take pictures. Okay? Clearly, the employee is not following my example. Maybe I don't know, run over the trash and blow it toward the wood line. Maybe I am a little more thoughtful about where I blow the trash, you know, if I'm not picking it up. I don't blow the grass against the building either. But all that is all just disrespectful stuff coming from an employee that you're paying, right? And this employee, at the same time, wanted his check early because we wasn't working on Friday. It's just totally disrespectful. And he's saying that he's just following my example. Then I got the text messages, you know, and I'm like, obviously you're not following my example, because I have never gotten a complaint at this property, not ever in the 7 years we've been doing that property. I have never, not one time, got a complaint, not ever. I seen him over there one time and I got a complaint with pictures and all. And you're going to sit there and have the audacity to say you're leading, that you're just following my example. That is just the most absurd thing I ever heard. But beyond that, that lets you peek into the mindset of the employee. Not that the $50, $80, $100, whatever dollar property complaint is a big deal or not a big deal or whatever. It's the way you respond to it. And to respond to me in that way is all not good. It's not good, you know, because I'm seeing now, you know, into the thought process of the employee. And when you're trying to grow a business, this type of thing, this type of attitude, this type of mentality, I guess, is unacceptable. Why can't the employee, you know, just like I had to do when the owner comes to me, I can't tell the owner, yeah, well, it's good enough, man. I mean, that sounds absurd, right? For me to say that to the owner on an account that I want to keep, that I've been doing for a long time, right? Why can't the employee say, damn, man, my bad. I'll make sure I do better next time. And then we don't have any other conversation about it, right? Instead, the employee justifies and clarifies and dignifies and all the fies that you could think of to excuse whatever the mishap happens to be. Which infuriates me, because then it's kitty stuff. Now you're not taking responsibility, Bo, and you're not accepting the fact that you slipped. I slip all the time. I accept the fact that I slip. I look in the mirror, I try to do better, and I move on. I don't justify and all that crap. And that is what is going to irritate the owner of a business if you're working for somebody. Best thing to say is, especially when they went through the trouble of taking the pictures, is my bad. You know, I had a lot on my mind that day, or my bad. You know, I'll do better. You know, end the conversation. You don't come back at the owner of the business you're working for and say, it doesn't look that bad, minimizing the client's perception, which their perception is the reality, their reality, and that's all that really matters. What the employee thinks doesn't really even matter about, you know, it doesn't matter what the employee thinks about the quality of work if the customer that has never complained before says it's not good enough. And for the employee to come back at the owner of the business, me, and say, oh, it doesn't look that bad, you know, and then to try to say in a sidewindery kind of way that, well, this is how you do it, so I'm going to do it like you do it. It ain't how I do it. If it was, we'd be getting complaints all the time there. Never gotten a complaint there before, so obviously it was not. Y'all see what I'm saying? It's just stupid shit, man. And, you know, I'm not... it's terrible mentality to have from an employee. Absolutely terrible. Terrible. All right.